Hello, my name is Shang Xianyue, and I would like to introduce my team members, Qian Jue, Pan Wei, and Wang Yudi. We are all teachers who think a lot about differentiation. Before I start sharing, I would like to ask you, have you ever faced students with different learning levels? How do you balance such difference in your teaching? How can you set up a lesson that is more suitable for all students? The goal of differentiated teaching is to best meet the learning needs of each student, to improve students' academic achievement and learning experience, and to develop them in self-directed, active, and able learners. Today we will lead you to learn the content of the 8th lesson of the Senior High School Art course. Brief History of Chinese Art Unit. Appreciation of Chinese national paintings of the Ming Dynasty in China. For the design of this lesson, we have taken into full consideration of the needs of each student and set up the learning goals belonging to the students according to their interests in the hope that by doing so, our students will be able to make gains and develop their own knowledge and skills at their own starting points. We hope that this will also help to inform you in your teaching. So please enjoy our lesson sharing here. The topic of this lesson is the appreciation of Chinese paintings of the Ming Dynasty. After this lesson, students will understand 1. The artistic style and the cultural value of Ming Dynasty Chinese paintings are based on the social and cultural context of the time. 2. The painter's intentions and the emotions communicated in his works, as well as the impact of these works at the time and in later generations. The goal audience for this lesson is second-year high school students. Students will use this lesson to become familiar with the following 2 key learnings. 1. The historical background and artist features of Ming Dynasty Chinese paintings. 2. Symbols and significance in Chinese paintings. For example, the symbols and cultural meanings of subjects such as land, space, birds and flowers, and people. Students will be able to display the following skills. 1. Describe the major characteristics of the artistic style of Ming Dynasty Chinese paintings. 2. Be able to evaluate and reflect on works of art and learn to examine and appreciate Chinese paintings from different points of view. The essential question we set in this lesson is what is the relationship between culture and art? The center of teaching is to make students feel the painter's love of nature, love of life thinking and feeling, and appreciate the mental style of the Chinese national.
Hello everyone, I'm Wang Yudi. Now I'm going to introduce assessment in this course, which is divided into three parts: pre-assessment, formative assessment, and summative assessment. The first part is pre-assessment. The author believes that pre-assessment is an important means to understand students' interests. Differentiated teaching based on students' interests is helpful to improve student learning motivation and effectiveness. The pre-assessment of this course adopts the way of questionnaire survey to link the learning objectives, learning content, and the student's interests, so as to provide basis for teaching design. A total of 5 questions are designed in this questionnaire. The first question is, do you know anything about history of Ming Dynasty? Where did you learn about it? Please mark it. The second question is, the main style characteristics of Ming Dynasty Chinese painting include, and you can choose it. 3. The culture, connotation, and the symbolic significance and the landscape theme in Ming Dynasty painting. 4. Please write down a representative painter and work of a Ming Dynasty Chinese painting that you know. 5. Write the name of a Ming Dynasty painting that you want to know most. Among these questions, the second question is to know how many students are interested in art, and the third question is to know how many students are interested in traditional Chinese culture. The second part is formative assessment. Formative assessment and summative assessment are the key to teaching success. In this lesson, I designed a formative assessment form to record what the students learn about Ming Dynasty Chinese painting during their group study. For example, record artistic characteristic, culture connection, imaging characteristic, creative intention, and emotion expressed by the group's selection of theme paintings. Effective formative assessment can not only continuously observe students and track their achievement of goals, but also enable teachers to timely adjust the strategies and continue to help students. Part 3. Summative assessment. In the 21st century, students should not only master knowledge and understand content, but also have critical thinking, analytical, comprehensive, and reasoning skills. Therefore, our summative assessment should not only examine students' mastery, but also cultivate students' comprehensive ability. With interest groups as units, each group will choose a theme of Ming Dynasty Chinese painting, analyze the selected Chinese painting with the knowledge they have learned, conduct in-depth exploration from the historical background, artistic characteristic, cultural connection, and other aspects, and examine and appreciate Chinese painting from different angles, and create a presentation project such as a PPT or video to show an understanding of the Ming Dynasty painting theme and a fuller appreciation of the artistic and the cultural value.
I'm Peng Wei. Here is my choice board section. Through the use of choice board, students can select different tasks and activities based on their interests, thereby gaining a more comprehensive understanding and appreciation of Chinese painting's artistic charm, and fostering their interest in Chinese painting. Student interests are conduits to motivation, relevance, and understanding. We provide 9 paintings from the Ming Dynasty for students to choose from. Each row represents a series, with the first row depicting figure paintings, the second row depicting flower and bird paintings, and the third row depicting landscape paintings. Students are required to select one painting from each row to complete a task, totaling 3 tasks to gain a preliminary understanding of Ming Dynasty Chinese painting. In the first row, students are required to choose a Ming Dynasty figure painting for appreciation, and attempt to answer questions such as who the characters in the painting are, the background of the painter, or what kind of mood or blessings the characters in the painting represent. In the second row, students need to choose a Ming Dynasty flower and bird painting for appreciation, and try to answer questions such as the characteristics of the flowers and birds in the painting, their symbolism, and their relationship with local culture. In the third row, students need to choose a Ming Dynasty landscape painting for appreciation, and try to answer questions such as the location depicted in the landscape, the historical stories associated with it, and the relationship between the painter and the dynasty. When guiding students' choices, we can provide examples in advance, such as mentioning that in landscape paintings with plum blossoms, it generally represents the painter's admiration for the beauty of plum blossoms blooming in the cold winter, expressing the resilient quality of plum blossoms. As the Chinese saying goes, the fragrance of plum blossoms comes from the bitter cold. By completing these 3 tasks, students will be able to understand the artistic charm of Ming Dynasty Chinese painting from different perspectives. They will come to understand that Chinese Ming Dynasty painters often use painting to express their longing for a better life, their admiration for certain character traits, and their blessings for life. The figure paintings of the Ming Dynasty often draw inspiration from historical anecdotes and literary classics, expressing their understanding and admiration for traditional culture through the portrayal of characters and narratives. This practice reflects the deep respect for and inheritance of traditional culture. Ming Dynasty bird and flower paintings often carry a strong literati atmosphere, frequently integrating with poetry, calligraphy, and other literary art forms, showcasing the refined tastes and cultural sophistication of literati. In Ming Dynasty landscape paintings, the incorporation of poetry, literary allusions, and other cultural sentiments serves to express the emotions and ideals of poets and literati, revealing their refined tastes and cultural interests.
Now let me analyze and summarize the differentiated teaching design of our group. High school students are active in thinking, passionate about exploring unknown things. Strictly speaking, Chinese painting is a comprehensive art form with complex content and diverse styles. It is particularly important for teachers to use differentiated teaching concepts. After all, art is personalized, and each student has different personality. Differentiated teaching emphasizes students' subjectivity and autonomy, encourage students to express and explore freely. By providing a variety of teaching resources and choices, it stimulates students' learning interest and encourages them to participate in the learning more actively, which helps to cultivate their innovation thinking and creativity. This is especially important for Chinese painting, an art form that emphasizes individuality and innovation. Interest can bring students positive psychological guidance, enhance learning motivation, and encourage students to actively face and solve various problems encountered in the learning process, so as to ensure the quality of learning. In the teaching of Chinese painting appreciation and analysis, students need to carry out learning activities driven by strong interest. In the pre-assessment of this lesson, questions related to the appreciation of Chinese paintings in the Ming Dynasty were raised in the form of questionnaire survey, and the students' interest direction was grasped. Learning and exploration contents were established, which laid the foundation for the task design of choice board. In order to achieve the same teaching goal, the choice board can provide students with a variety of academic activities and assessment tasks. The use of choice board to display the representative figures, flowers and birds, landscape paintings of Ming Dynasty, so that students can independently choose the paintings they are interested in for appreciation and analysis, attaching importance to the shaping of students' aesthetic concepts and the cultivation of appreciation skills will help them not only appreciate the beauty of paintings, but also explore the historical origin, cultural implication, emotional expression, and the artistic value behind the paintings. In addition, through a variety of teaching methods, such as on-site teaching, interactive discussion, work analysis, and group reporting, students' interest in learning can be effectively stimulated so that they can increase their knowledge in the process of enjoying beauty and improve their aesthetic and appreciation ability. Multiple teaching evaluation can effectively supervise and manage classroom teaching, make the teaching process more perfect, stimulate students' interest in learning and inquiry, and tap students' potential ability, which is more conducive to students' development. To sum up, differentiated teaching based on students' interests makes them become important participants. Their initiative is enhanced. Students' body and mind are satisfied and happy, and the teaching scene is full of vitality, which is the main embodiment of effective teaching. Here are the references. Thank you for listening.